Hey there, and welcome back. One thing that is super important when you're building uh, applications and especially software that people will use is you want to make sure that you're always giving them good feedback when there's a problem. And so we've created this cool little authentication system, and I want to show you how we can make sure that's very clear to a user what is going on if things don't go well. And that's a very common thing in software development. So I am going to go over to my application here. This is my home page. I'm going to log out. I'm going to click sign up, and look, if no one fills out any of these forms and you just click this button, we actually give them a good message. This is great. Okay, it's ugly, but we can clean that up. But at least we aren't giving a user this jarring user experience where it's like, no, what's going on? Let me give you an example of a jarring user experience. If I go to log in here and I remove the password and I click a login, I don't log in, but I also don't get any message. It's like it just nothing happens. And so that can be bad. Same thing if you try to log in without putting in the email. So we want to fix that. And then the other thing, let me log in as this other user that I created. Okay, and now remember, this user does not have admin access. So if they try to access admin, it doesn't tell them anything. It just directs them the straight to the home page. Now, when someone's trying to maybe access part of the system that they shouldn't access, it might not be as important to give them an actual message, but I just generally think it's good to just communicate more with people so they're not left scratching their head and be like, wow, what is going on here? So let's start to fix some of these problems here. I'm going to go into my code here. I want to create a shared tool a shared view that we can use and just say, what should we even call this? Display message. I don't love this name, but it's a fine name here. We'll add that to GitHub sometime soon. But I'm going to create a div here, and I'm going to say and I want to put some logic in here and say if notice present, then we'll just render that. And if we're going to add one other condition in here. Okay, so we're going to put a little, this is our first bit of styling, and we'll probably remove this at some point, but I want to just display some things to a user. Now listen, this notice method here, I'm going to command click on it and show you where that exists. So this is when someone sticks something in this Flash object, this notice message inside of a Flash object, there's this convenience message that says, hey, does this notice exist? Okay, and that's available in your views. And same thing with this alert. This alert is part of this Flash system too. So if someone puts something in a Flash alert, you can access it. So we're going to say, hey, if this is present, then show this. And if an alert's present, show that. And then if none of those are present, then you won't render anything. So I'm going to put this at the top of our application layout. I'm going to say render shared display message. Again, I don't love that name. We're going to probably refactor that later to try to make it a little bit better. but I'm going to just refresh this page. Okay, now this is the message that we had when we tried to access the permissions. Or excuse me, when we try to access admin, but we don't have sufficient permission. So I'm going to log out, and then I'm going to say sign up, and then I'm going to say log in. I'm going to delete the password, and then I'm going to just say log in. And then look, now it says invalid email or password. So this is good. We're making some progress. Let's go ahead and log in successfully. And then look, now there's this notice that says signed in successfully. We may not always want that notice to display, but we definitely want these alerts to display. So I'm going to change this a little bit and just say if alerts present. I'm going to delete this. We'll come back and maybe add some of this notice stuff if we want to, but the big key is we really want to tell someone when there's an alert, when there's like something happened that we didn't expect. So if I say log in now and I delete the email or password, now we can at least tell a user something's going on when things aren't working as they might expect. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. This little alert system and alert view that we did is something we can build on to make it super. We always want to be communicating with our users to give them that user experience of, hey, I know what's going on. I can trust the system because it's making things clear to me. Thanks so much for watching, and can't wait to keep moving forward. See ya.